Okay, guys, I think every aspect of training that we've spoken about has its place in a racing situation. But the next thing that we want to talk about, I think, is probably the most important. It's your core strength, your flexibility, and then your endurance. Obviously, a lot of your riding is core training that goes without saying. Your flexibility is essential for muscle recovery, for in case you do fall in that, and also prevent injury. And obviously, your endurance is something that needs to be focused on. You can't just do this style of training. You've got to do a sport-specific type of training. Maybe mountain biking is always a very popular one to do. You can run, you can swim, and you can do a lot of skipping. And you can obviously mix it up. Like we've said before, you don't want to do the same thing. You don't just want to do cycling. All right, so yeah, we'll touch on those a little bit further. Okay, so let's touch on a few core exercises, a few abdominal and core exercises. Mandy's going to do the first demonstration. It's basically the bridge. She's in the bridge position, your knee ends. She drops her waist. As you're dropping your waist, your core's getting used, your lower back's getting used, your whole hamstring, the whole body's basically working here, but it's a very good abdominal and core exercise. Okay, you can also do a side variation, bridge knee sides. All right, if you're doing 30 of those each, maybe per side, it's very taxing on the core. All right, the next exercise that we're going to go through is a floor sweeper. Okay, so the floor sweeper, basically just keep your weight above you. This is just to stabilize your core. Up, kick high as you can, kick to my feet, and kick out. Okay, let's put those weights down. Next exercise we're going to do is single leg V-ups. You can, if it's a little bit more advanced, if you want, just make sure your lower back, you don't have any lower back problems, you can go into a double leg V-up. Okay, this type of exercise, you're going to be focusing on probably 15, 20 reps each. All right, your final one that we're going to we're going to demonstrate is your plank. All right, this is a full-on core exercise. You're not going to go for reps here, you're going to go for time. So maybe do 3 sets for up until failure. Mandy probably goes up to 4 or 5 minutes for each one, so we're not going to do that, but that's exactly how a plank is. Shoulders, elbows are directly underneath the shoulders, body straight, feet straight. Okay, and you're going to hold in that position. Make your breathing nice and easy, and that's basically it. So let's put a little routine here together, like we said. Okay, let's start on the first one. We're going to do bridge knee ins. Let's just do 3 aside. 1, 2, 3. Let's do 3 side. 1, 2, 3. Turn around as quick as possible. Grab your weights. We're going to do 3 floor sweepers. Let's go up as high as you can. Kick out. Up. You can also bend your leg and kick out. Okay, let's put the weights down. 3 single leg V-ups per side. Swap. Let's do 3 together. Okay, let's turn around and plank. And we'll hold the plank just for 10 seconds for demonstration sakes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You would hold that probably for about 2 or 3 minutes. Repeat that round 3 to 5 times, and you've got a fantastic core routine. Great. All right, what we're going to talk about next is balance training. Mandy's going to demonstrate an RDL, a one-legged deadlift. Most of the training will be done on one leg or rotation in that. You're still doing the actual exercises. You're doing your hamstrings here, lower back. But as you concentrate, you'll see, and as you go further, you'll get a lot better with your balance here. Okay, another, you can then swap over. But another exercise we're going to do now is your T push-ups. Okay, still a push-up. A rotation, but a lot of balance. And as you get better, you can put your feet a little bit closer. All right, okay. There's a whole lot of other type of training that you can do. A slack line is very, very good training for enduro riders. We will be setting one up at our facility here. We also got an obstacle course, a 12 to 13 stage obstacle course. You're more than welcome to visit our website. Contact either Mandy or myself and come for a free session. We'll probably have free sessions on Saturday mornings. And yeah, so I think to end this whole thing off, a very, very important part, as I mentioned before, is your flexibility. So Manny's going to do a couple of demonstrations on flexibility, so I'm going to hand you over to her. Thank you.
Right, another very, very important part of training is flexibility. Without flexibility, you run a very big risk of injuring yourself. As you're training, you've been through some quite hectic strength training, your muscles contract and expand, and they get into a state where they almost cramp up, so you have to stretch them out. Otherwise, what happens if they stay in this position, then you suddenly have to do a quick movement or try and stretch them out when you're cold. That's when you tear a muscle. So I'm going to run through some stretches with you which are very important. You stretch your whole body, starting with the hamstrings. Now the hamstrings are very important, not just to stretch out the hamstring itself, but the hamstring muscle connects into your lower back. So a lot of you with lower back problem, it probably comes from tight hamstrings. To start off with, lying on your bend one leg, other leg is straight up in the air. Keep the leg straight and pull it as close to your body as you can. Once you're in that position, point and flex your foot. Okay, you'll feel the stretch intensify down your calf right into your hamstring. Once you're here, flex your foot as hard as you can, turn it in and pull it over your body, and you'll feel the stretch in your ITB going right down into your hip. All right, that's your one stretch. Obviously, you repeat it on both legs. For your glutes, same position, cross over and pull back. Pull with this hand and push with this hand, and you'll feel the stretch going right into your glutes and again into your lower back. Staying on the floor, you bring your leg, cross it over, keep 90-degree angles. You've got a 90-degree angle here and here. With your hand, push it down to the floor, keeping your shoulders on the mat. Okay, you're rotating your back and you're getting a good stretch throughout your glutes and your lower back. Okay, another stretch. Bend one leg and then pull forward. Again, you feel the stretch in your hamstring, right up into your lower back, and hold it. It's important to hold each stretch for about 20 seconds. Minimum, just to get the benefit from it. Another way to stretch, just to increase your stretching time, is once you've got the position, hold it for 20 seconds, release, and then go down again. Because your muscle has a memory where it has a protective form, it'll stop you stretching at a certain point, but once it realizes that it's okay, it's not going to get injured, it doesn't relax and allow you to go further. So if you have time, try and do the same stretch about 3 times. Right, moving on to standing position. We're going to do the front of the leg, your quad. You hold your leg with one hand. Your knees are together. I don't want to see the leg coming forward or back or out. It's together in a line. You push your hips forward and put pressure into your hand. If you can put more pressure into your hand, you intensify the stretch in your quad. Again, you're going to hold it for about 20 seconds. Also, try not to hold onto something for balance, because as we've taught you throughout these last series, balance is important. So even if you're hopping around, try and just do it without any support. Right, that covers your legs. Then going on to the upper body, hands behind your back. You just lift up as high as you can, hold it. Another one, you just pull back, hold it, hands behind your head, pull back. And then to end off, grab your elbow and pull it down your back, both sides. When you're doing this stretch, you can add a nice ab stretch, just pull over to the side. We always end off our stretching again with a lower back stretch, because you've done a lot of core work. So just to end off your stretch, if you just hang down like this, and you'll feel the stretch right into your lower back and then get into your hamstrings. Then you're stretched and you're prepared for your next workout. Thanks.